If you are over 50, you are in the most conscious and mature period of your life. However, you may be constantly hearing phrases that unknowingly harm you. Are they really meant to help you? Or are they unwittingly limiting you? Do you have enough energy to do that? Xerenia, change at your age. It's too hard. Or, you're not the same person you used to be. Don't worry about it. These may be things you have heard for years. But the truth is that some people may be consciously or unconsciously trying to manipulate you. How do they do this? By imposing certain patterns on you, by interfering with your decisions, by breaking your self-confidence. This is where the danger starts. If you don't recognize these manipulations, they can pull you into a life you don't want. So, who uses these phrases? It could be family members, friends, co-workers, or even health professionals. In this video, you will learn 5 dangerous manipulation phrases that have been told to you for years, but have been affecting your life without you realizing it, and how you can counter them. After watching this video, you will know exactly how to stay strong against such phrases. If you've heard similar phrases, leave them in the comments. You are not alone in this. Now, let's analyze these 5 sentences one by one. 1. You are not what you used to be. Don't worry about it. Have you ever been told this? Maybe a family member, a friend, or someone at work has said these words. When you first hear it, it may sound like well-intentioned advice. You may feel as if they are trying to protect you, to suggest that you take it easy. But in reality, it's a hidden manipulation tool that limits you and prevents you from moving forward. The underlying message is clear. You no longer have your old strength. You are not as productive or successful as you used to be. It's useless to try because you won't get results. This is precisely why it is dangerous. It makes you question your own strength, and over time you start to think that you are really inadequate. People live what they believe in. If you start thinking that you are not strong enough, after a while you will not try anything. And this can come from the people closest to you. Most of the time, it is not said with bad intentions, but unconsciously it makes you passive. However, some people use it consciously. Those who want to control you often use such words to influence your decisions and keep you in the background. They unwittingly implant this message in your mind's eye to shake your confidence and make you dependent. But the truth is that it is never too late for change. At any age, a person can transform, evolve, and open new paths. If someone tells you, "Don't worry about these things," give them this answer. I make the decisions in my life. Only I can decide what to do and what not to do. Because what matters is not what others say, but what you believe about yourself. Now let's examine another manipulative sentence. 2. It's pointless to try to change at this age. Accept things as they are. Have you heard this sentence? Maybe from a family member, maybe from a friend, maybe from your work environment. Although it seems to have a so-called realism, it is actually one of the biggest manipulations. Because these words unwittingly condemn you to your current situation. It imprints in your subconscious the idea that change is impossible and makes you passive. The real message underlying this statement is this: it is too late to change anything. You can't learn a new skill. You can't try new ways, because development is impossible after this age. But is this true? No. The human brain can develop and learn at any age. Neuroscience research shows that the brain can make new connections and is open to change throughout life. Age is never a barrier to learning and transformation. Who is most likely to say this sentence? Either those who have failed to change and have accepted it, or those who want to keep you in their sphere of control. Some try to prevent you without realizing it, thinking that your development will disturb them. Others, looking at your age, want to keep you away from change with the excuse of protection. But the truth is that when development stops, life stops. Change is a choice, not an obligation. When someone says to you, "Change at this age, it's so hard," give them this answer: change is not a matter of age, it is a matter of decision. I can always do something to improve my life, because no one knows better than you what is best for you. Now, let's consider another manipulative sentence. 3. Do you think you have enough energy to do this? Does this sentence sound familiar to you? The first time you hear it, it may sound like an innocent concern, as if someone who really cares about you doesn't want you to get tired. But when you dig a little deeper, you realize that the real purpose of these words is to make you doubt, question your strength, and prevent you from taking action. These words directly target your motivation. You start to question, do I really have enough energy? Then the fear of, what if I fail, kicks in and you stop trying. That's exactly why it's dangerous. Because once you fall into this trap, you automatically limit yourself. Who do you most often hear this phrase from? Family elders, longtime friends, or people who claim to be protecting you? But the truth is that they are not trying to protect you. They are trying to stop you. Knowingly or unknowingly, they want you to turn back from that step. But why? Because if you move forward, they will have to face their stagnant life. But energy is not just a matter of physical capacity. Energy is a matter of motivation. You always have energy for something you are passionate about, something you really want to do. The important thing is not to question whether you have energy or not, but to know how to channel it. When someone says this sentence to you, respond like this: only I know if I have the energy to do that. If something is important to me, I will create the energy for it. Because people lose not when they get tired, but when they give up. 4. I know what's best for you, trust me. Have you heard this sentence before? Maybe a family member, a friend you have known for many years, or someone at work has said these words to you. The first time you hear it, you may feel valued. But in fact, these words are more of a secret manipulation technique to manipulate and control you than to give you advice. The underlying message of this sentence is this: you are not conscious enough to make your own decisions. You need someone to think for you. This is precisely why it is dangerous. It unwittingly pushes you to doubt your own thinking and become dependent on others. It is especially common among people over 50. People around you may try to manipulate you under the pretext of protecting you. But the critical question is, do they really want to protect you or keep you under control? If someone uses this phrase often, they may actually be trying to undermine your free will and tie your decisions to their approval. This is an approach that belittles and passivizes you. So, can someone really know what is best for you? No. Because no one can know exactly what you experience, what you feel, and what your priorities are. Only you can evaluate whether a decision is good for you or not. Someone who manipulates you tries to guide you by presenting their point of view as the only right one. The most powerful response you can give when you hear this sentence is, "Only I can make the best decision about my own life. I listen to your opinions, but I make the final decision." Because while it's important to respect the opinions of others, that doesn't mean you should let them have absolute authority over you. 5. It's hard to learn anything new at this age. Don't bother. Have you ever heard this phrase? Maybe a family member, a friend, or someone at work has said it to you with the best of intentions. Although it seems as if they want to protect you, in fact, this sentence is one of the biggest manipulations that unknowingly limits you and stops your development. These words give the following message to your subconscious mind. You have lost your capacity to learn. It will be difficult for you to try something new. Don't try in vain. That's why it is dangerous. If you tell yourself what is impossible, you believe that you really can't do it and give up. But science says the opposite. Neuroscience research shows that the brain can make new connections throughout life thanks to neuroplasticity. This means that it is possible to learn at 50, 60, or even 70. You can learn a new language, develop a new skill, or even a completely new profession. What makes the difference is not your age, but your willingness to learn. If something is really important to you, your brain adapts to it and continues to develop. Who is most likely to say this phrase? Those who want to project their own failures onto you. Either they have not achieved something themselves in the past, or they are resistant to change. Others do it consciously to make you passive and to protect their authority. Because if you continue to evolve, their control over you diminishes. When someone says to you, "It will be difficult to learn anything new after this age," don't bother. Respond with this: learning is not a matter of age, it is a matter of mindset. I can learn anything that is important to me. Because development is not just for young people, it is a lifelong journey. If you often hear such sentences around you, be careful, because these words may be limiting you instead of encouraging you. Over time, you may start to hold yourself back, question your potential, and even give up on your dreams. But remember, being 50 and over does not mean that you stop learning or become controlled by others. On the contrary, this is an opportunity to consciously shape your life. The experiences you have gained so far, the lessons you have learned, and the awareness you have will make you stronger than ever. Instead of giving in to words that try to limit you, focus on discovering your own potential. It is still up to you to improve yourself, be open to new opportunities, and live your life the way you want. Now you know how manipulation works. Now it is time to determine how you will react to it. Share in the comments how you feel and how you react when you encounter such manipulative sentences. Because this issue affects many people, not just you. Share this information with your loved ones and make them aware of it too. Remember, awareness is the strongest defense against manipulation.